This novel tells of a poor orphan girl who is 10 years old. She lived with her uncle Mr. Reed, who has 3 children. Her suffering started when her uncle Mr. Reed died. One of the children of Mr. Reed is John, who really rejects Jane's presence in this family. One day, a big fight broke out between Jane and John. Jane is blamed for the incident and keeps her locked up in the room. While locked up in the room, Jane passed out and was treated by a pharmacist, Mr. Lloyd, who then advised Miss Reed to send Jane to Lowood School. Jane found that life at Lowood School was grim, especially due to the influence of the hypocritical principal Mr. Brocklehurst, whose cruelty and self-righteousness result in poor condition, inedible food, and frequent punishment for students. During an examination at school, Mr. Brocklehurst humiliated Jane by forcing her to stand on a chair in the middle of the classroom and accusing her of being a liar. The beautiful supervisor, Mr. Temple, believed in Jane's innocence and wrote a letter to Mr. Lloyd to clarify Jane's character. She also has a friend, Helen, who died with other students due to the malnutrition at Lowood School. It slowly emerged that the principal of Lowood was spent the money for his lifestyle, which were supposed to be used for the needs of the student. After Brocklehurst was fired, the school got better. Jane was spent 8 years at the Lowood School, 6 years as a student and 2 years as a teaching staff. Jane is thirsty for new experience and decides to teach somewhere. He was accepted as the tutor of a child named Adele at Thornfield. One night, Jane saved her master, Mr. Rochester, from a fire that broke out in his house. From there, Jane began to grow a sense of interest and love. As the month passed, Jane fell in love with Mr. Rochester, and then they decided to get married. But someone came to stop their wedding ceremony by revealing the truth that Mr. Rochester has a wife, Eyre, because he has become a man. It was revealed that she also caused the fire that night. Hearing that, Jane left the house. Without money, Jane spent her day by begging. One day, he was helped by Saint John, who later offered Jane to be his wife. Jane refused that offer because in her heart Mr. Rochester was still ringing. He decided to return to Mr. Rochester's house and find Mr. Rochester has lost his sight. He was blind. It caused a garden fire by his crazy wife. At the end of the novel, Jane tells the reader that she and Mr. Rochester have been married for 10 years. And Mr. Rochester looks back in one of his eyes in time to see the birth of his first son. Well, my friend, sometimes life is not fair. We are the same, but we live in our different destiny. This condition should not affect our spirit to continue living and achieve whatever we dream. Jane teaches us that life and love must be found even if we have to sacrifice our life. In short, no sacrifice, no result. Thank you for watching my video and see you next video. Thank you.